Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ben, the Fat Coach, helping to separate fact from fiction. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the obesity epidemic that is engulfing the Western world and is quite honestly the big fat elephant in the room. I mean, as far as elephants go, this is a big one. It seems to be accepted. It seems to be acceptable. It seems to be being normalized. It ain't normal. It never used to be the case. Human beings don't live all that long. So, we have, nobody can really remember what it was like in the 19th century, but we do have reports. There was a study done of prisoners who were on admittance into prisons. I think it was Texas and Alaska. And I think the year was 1811, so early part of the 19th century. And what was interesting is that upon admittance into prison, they recorded the weights and the heights of all the inmates, okay, as they went into prison. And somebody found this, I can't remember who did the study, but they using crude BMI measurement, body mass index, by today's measurements of obesity, okay, by today's BMI level definition of obesity, something like 1.1 or 1.2% of everyone who went into prison in those two states in that year would qualify today as obese. Now we're looking at 40% in the United States. Okay. Now that should shock us. It should shock us, right? The West is now turning into a population of fatties. It's becoming normalized. And we should, each of us, say, no, that it's not right, And people say, oh, he's big boned, or, our family is big. No, your family is sick and poisoned, okay? So let's have a look. I've pulled up this one graph. I got this from Zero Acre Farms, just with a quick Google search. And I don't know what you guys can see from this. So we're looking at obesity in the US is the pink dashed line. The consumption of dairy. So this is between 1960 and 2020. Okay, and we know that in the 19th century, 1% 1 in 100 people would qualify as obese. In fact, look at this picture as well. This picture is, I can't remember the year, but we'll show it. This was apparent. This guy was like shown as a circus curiosity as the fattest man in the world, right? This guy wouldn't be the fattest man in bloody Walmart today, right? Anyway, so get rid of him. Yes. So vegetable oil consumption, right, high in omega-6s, seems to track pretty closely to obesity. Dairy is about the same as it was in 1960. Animal fat consumption has gone down. It used to be 200 calories per day. It's now closer to, 100 really. It's about 120, 130. Likewise, beef and pork consumption has gone down a little bit in the last 60 years, and that's it. Now, it has to be said, correlation does not mean causation. Okay, if vegetable oil consumption caused obesity, then correlation would have to be there, but it doesn't work the other way around, right? Just because these two lines seem to mirror each other pretty well, it doesn't necessarily mean that one causes the other. You need to know a bit more. But the other interesting thing on here is that if you look at 1980, so that was around late 70s, I think, in the United States, when they first introduced government dietary guidelines telling you how to eat healthily. And we can see how well that has worked. So that's the obesity line. So obesity has gone up threefold since they introduced the healthy eating guidelines in the USA, and it's been pretty much the same story in the United Kingdom as well. So what do we do with this information? Well, we should be bloody angry, right? If you are one of the many, and chances are, it's very likely that you're overweight, because now most of us are overweight and almost half of us are obese. yeah, we should be asking very serious questions about this, right? How the hell has this happened? Why are our leaders not making this the number one priority? Why is this not why are we not sick of seeing what are we going to do about the obesity problem, right? The United States lost its mind in the 1950s when Eisenhower had his heart attack, right? They were jumping all over the place. This is so many times worse, right? We have to do something about this. And if there's one thing that you can take away from this, is that your government and the corporations that make your food and your doctors, and I have to say a lot of your nutritionists, can't help you with this. Okay? Because, look, right, obesity has gone up from about 12% in, I don't know, maybe 10% in 1960, up to nearly hitting 40% now. And obesity kills us, right? Now, obesity is not the problem in itself. Obesity, yeah, I mean, it's pretty nasty. It means that you're carrying an awful lot more crap around with you, which is going to put strain on all your internal organs and also your skeleton. But, you know, so far so good. I mean, deal with it. The problem is that obesity it's like a co-symptom along with metabolic disorder, right? And it goes along with type 2 diabetes, and it goes along with a lot of other stuff that will kill you. So, you know, obesity is a sign that you are sick, guys, right? The good news is that you can do something about it. So if you want to know a lot more, then go along to the bigfatchallenge.com and we will work together and sort it out. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.